Ernie Johnson joined Ed Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the Ents tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, let's just say it has not been a season to remember for them. With a large chunk of the schedule behind us, they have the worst record in the entire NBA. Yikes. And guys, we'll be watching Roy Hibbert tonight, arguably the league's premier rim protector. Kenny, his reach and length make it so difficult to try to get anything near the basket.
Yeah, even if the best finishers in the game, they talk about Roy Hibbert when they come in the lane. You have to pay attention to him.
The Lakers an interconference matchup in this road game. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
A nice clean game, huh?
And guys, we won't be seeing Lou Williams, who is injured. That is too bad.
Kevin, he went down in the last game, but it appears as though it's only a short-term loss because he's expected to be back soon.
And that's what the report says anyway. They don't think it's anything too serious.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Roy Hibbert. Hands out there with Young. Then there's Kobe. And it's Russell in at the 1.
Love the... assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
T kicks to Freak. Shot from 12. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Los Angeles now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
Atlanta with the ball, fresh from a win against Portland.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands, and it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Now here's Freak, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Here's Millsap. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Millsap's got his first bucket of the night. Russell kicks to Nance. Now the feed to Bryant. Nance a screen. Bryant drives in. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
He hits the second from the line. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Teague dishes to Freak. Back to Teague. To the inside. Freak. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
No problems knocking that one down.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
There's a good screen. Korver passes to Muscala. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The Hawks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Freak with it, picked up by Bryant. Kicks to Freak. And stolen by Hibbert. And it's Russell at the elbow. Rebound by Muscala.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Freak. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Freak's got 7 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Hibbert with the basket on the assist by Bryant. And that's now 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as any.
So for the Hawks, Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Hibbert. Hill comes in for Young. Max checked in for Kobe. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. Now here's Freak. 10 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mirza Teletovic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Lakers trail by 3. Screen by Smith. It's blocked. And a wide-open look for Freak. Sinks the triple. Freak's got a couple of threes now in the first for Atlanta.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
And it's Hill penetrating. He dishes it to Nance. The 3. Can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Schroeder kicks to Freak. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Lakers trail by 6. Screen by Smith. Clarkson dishes to Nance. There's the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. The Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Schroeder kicks to Freak for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks on top, up by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And
Well, Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own? Well, he's checked in for Millsap. Justin Holiday comes in for Kyle Korver. And Freak subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Larry Nance has checked in for Smith. Brown comes in for Hill. Kobe's checked in for Russell. And it's Clarkson in for Larkin. Freak in at shooting guard. Mirza Teletovic out there with Muscala. Then there's Teague. And it's Holiday in at the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Pass to Kobe. Shot from the top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Jumper off the screen. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He ended with 31 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row. What a night so far for Roy Hibbert. He's got 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Atlanta making some changes. Hardaway comes in for Justin Holiday, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Max checked in for the Lakers. Here's Schroeder. Nance with the rebound.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Atlanta leading by 5. The dish to Schroeder. He feeds it to Teletovic. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And now running it up the court. Mack pushing it up. Hibbert in the high post. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Schroeder. They get the rebound. Nance sinks that one from the post.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Schroeder passes to Freak. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Atlanta. The Lakers also making some changes. Smith checked in for Hibbert. And Nick Young is subbed in for Brown. Clarkson kicks to Young. Dishes to Mack. And stolen by Freak. Moving it up. Finishes the break with a slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
That will count, and that's not going to go. And so we conclude the first half. Hawks lead.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He has 23 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Larry Nance. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Hawks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. He's off on the second. Lakers trail by 7. Right side, Russell. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Young outside. Passes it to Nance. Outside, Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With a floater.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Great D that time from T to the left side wing. Now here's Freak, defended by Bryant. Freak dishes to Millsap. Rebound the Lakers. Nance has got his third rebound tonight. Young passes to Russell. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Bryant, that's for 2. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his third rebound tonight. T kicks to Freak. Millsap sets the pick for Freak. Now the pass to Korver. Out to the right wing. Freak with it. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Freak. No good. Great D that time from Hibbert. Lakers trail by 7. And Russell with the basket on the assist from Young. 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Teague dishes to Freak. Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Bryant passes to Hibbert. And Young kicks to Nance. The fader. Rebounded by the Hawks. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. T dishes to Millsap. Hawks passing it around. And that one's good. Muscala's got his first points of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Korver against Young. Hibbert with the screen. Russell with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many.
We're making some changes here. Muscala, he's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Freak comes in for Justin Holiday. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Picked his pocket.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Hawks leading by 3. Freak passes to Schroeder. Good on the triple. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
It's deflected.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those balls.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Young with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Lobs it up. Got a hand on it. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Hawks on top. They're up by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. The Hawks leading by 8. Korver at the 3 with Paul Millsap at the 4. Freak is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Muscala in at the center. So that's the Hawks 5. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And the foul called on Jason Smith. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Freak and Hibbert with the block. And they're able to recover. And he gets it to go. Muscala's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Throw good, Roy Hibbert. And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. Russell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Roy Hibbert. The Hawks leading by 10. Now here's Freak. Here's Muscala, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Nance a screen on Teague. Russell kicks to Nance. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Teague dishes to Freak. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Lakers trail by 11. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. It's tipped. Here's Teague. Here's Freak. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
The Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Young pass to Hibbert. Hibbert with the screen. Russell kicks to Hibbert. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Hibbert's got 4 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 12.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Teague dishes to Freak. Offline with his 3. The Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Bryant. Right through the D for the layup. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Freak sets a screen for T. Feeds to Muscala. He used that pick to get in close.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Millsap with the steal. T kicks to Millsap. Korver dishes to Freak. Back to Korver. Pass to Millsap. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Millsap's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
From outside the arc. And it's Freak missing. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And Kobe drops them both.
Take a look at what Kobe's done. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And D'Angelo foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Atlanta leading by 12. Now Freak, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 33.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Hibbert with the screen. And Bryant kicks to Hibbert. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. 15 points for Roy Hibbert.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Freak passes to Teague. Outside for Korver. 6 to shoot. Here's Freak. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Jordan Clarkson is checked in for Russell.
Now in the lineup for the Lakers.
Lakers trail by 12. Kobe kicks to Nance. Here's the 3. Good. Nance has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Here's Freak. Top loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Well, I like how Paul Millsap used his body to get into the defender there.
Now, here's Clarkson. Teague covering. Kobe, no luck.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Atlanta.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Lakers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
The Lakers with the ball. 8-point game. Again, Young missing. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
And here's Freak. Millsap sets the pick for Freak. Inside, off the pick. And Millsap slams it in.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start.
Okay, guys, we are up, but the game is far from over. Let's extend the lead. Freak, you got the hot hands. Let's keep this going out there.
There's Brown with the three, and the shot is good.
For three.
Holiday against Hill. Here's Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting front. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
All right. You got to know what you got? All right.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fight. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Checking out the Pacers, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. The Hawks will kick off their road trip right here. And, of course, Chris Middleton, we've seen him playing by instinct, still learning the playbook.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and he's very excited about getting a fresh start with his new team. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level.
And this team takes on an entirely different look when he's on the floor. I mean, you've got to believe it's going to improve them by leaps and bounds. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Paul Millsap out there with Muscala. Then there's Teague, and it's Posey in at the three, the small forward. Pacers on defense, following the three-pointer by Freak. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Hill kicks to Ellis. Got a piece of it. Posey dishes to Millsap. Launches a three, and it's sent back by Hill. Good. Muscala's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Hill. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Lakers.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Now here's Ellis. Boozer with the screen for Ellis. And the shot falls short this time.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
No good with the triple. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lets it go with the three. Ellis can't get that one to fall either. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And a wide open look for Freak. And the rebound goes to Boozer.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Hill passes to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Ellis kicks to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Shot to end this cold run. That one a little long.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Freak. And the three ball is good. Freak's got 6 points.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's George. Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Hill with it. Out defended by Freak. From deep. And George Hill with the three. Hill's got himself going with the chipper, his first basket of the game. The Hawks lead by 3. They set the pick. T dishes to Muscala. Millsap passes to Posey. The 9-footer's on the mark. For Indiana, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Pick up by Hill. Ellis kicks to George. It's Hill, top the key. Some nice passing here by Indiana. That doesn't go either for George. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Freak with it. George picks him up. Millsap has the open look. That 3 off the mark. Pacers trail by 5. Right side, Boozer. 13 feet away. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. In the 3rd spot, Paul George.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
It would be nice to find a steals chart to see where they're getting all their pilfers from. These are small forwards, though, who play 94 feet of defense.
Pacers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Chalmers with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
There's the screen. Schroeder passes to Freak. The Pacers pull it in. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Drops in the layup for 2. Chalmers has got his first basket of the night.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Ahead, here's Middleton, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And here's Schroeder. The 3-ball. The shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Pacers. They finish off the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Neither team able to be. For Chris Middleton. The Hawks trail by 7. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with Doris Burke for an injury update on Monte Ellis.
Kevin, I spoke with head athletic trainer for the Pacers. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
On the court for Atlanta, Freak in a 2-guard. Muscala is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Teague, and it's Posey in at the 3 spot. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers just played phenomenal. He finished with 39 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He turned in a great performance where it seemed nobody could stop him from taking over. You love to see that as a coach, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
The Pacers pull it in.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Now George, 6 points for him. High post shot, and the jumper falls for him. Now it's a 6-point Pacer lead.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Muscala, defended by Chalmers. A nice shot by Teague.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Now, here's George. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Lakers. 4 on the clock. The 3 from Chalmers. They retain possession. George missing again. The Hawks trail by 4. Teague dishes to Freak. Steps back and fires. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Outside, George. Shoots from the high post. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
All right, fellas, still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half.
Here we go, Pacers fans.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Freak really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then there's Hill, and it's Boozer in at the power forward. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Los Angeles. Hill kicks to George. It's stolen by Teague. Here's Freak. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Who's good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And it's 6 points for Carlos Boozer. The Hawks trailing. There's the dish to Millsap. There's the pick. Here's Freak. The kick out to T. Here's Muscala, and that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And they take the lead. Muscala's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Paul George. Kyle Korver is checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Jeff Teague. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Muscala. Soft touch off the glass. Muscala's got 8 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Freak. 18 points for him. Here's Schroeder in Atlanta again with the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Hill. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
It's been a solid outing for Freak. He has 18 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Indiana. And both free throws good from Freak. Pacers trail by 5. Outside Boozer, and there's the pass to Ellis. And he gets it to go from the high post. Ellis has got 5 now.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in.
Make your presence felt.
The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Boozer. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's C.J. Miles in for Monte Ellis. And then for Atlanta, Posey's checked in. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Miles, that's good.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Here's Freak. He's got 20. Lock at 6. There's the pick. Shoots off the screen. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Freak's got 22 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Hill passes to Miles. Left side, George. The layup off target.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Indiana out in front, leading by 5. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a... Indiana leading by 5. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Freak in at shooting guard. Also Teague out there. Kent Bazemore is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Posey in at the 4 spot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pacers.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Indiana. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Muscala's checked in. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Ellis, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. 5 to shoot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pacers leading by 5. Outside, George. Screen by Boozer for 3. And George is good for 3.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
T kicks to Korver. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Ellis. Now here's Freak. Back to Millsap. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Now here's Boozer. Indiana moving it around. to the middle. Here's Muscala. And Boozer with the block.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your Pacers.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Freak sets a screen for T. Pass to Freak. That's tipped. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Ellis. Screen by Boozer. Poked away, and the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. To the paint. Here's George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And now a 10-point Pacer lead.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Millsap dishes to Freak. Millsap a screen on Ellis. Freak passes to Millsap. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Puts it up from 12, and that one's good. 9 points for Ellis.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
T kicks to Freak. Millsap a screen on Ellis. To the inside. And that one's good. Millsap.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Pacers leading by 10. Out left to the wing. It's back to Hill. The feed to George. Three-pointer. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Teague with a clean look. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his 5th foul. And the Hawks making a change here. Posey's checked in. And so here is Indiana. Hill dishes to Ellis. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
To the wing right side. Here's Freak. Misses the 3.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Screen by Boozer. Hill passes to George. That's good. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your Pacers.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
George, no good. The Hawks trail by 10. Millsap kicks to Posey. Here's Freak. Off target from outside. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Hill with it. Picked up by Teague. Hill dishes to Ellis. It's back to Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Boozer. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Freak. And that misses everything.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Here's George, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Now here's Teague. Here's Freak. And the lead is down inside single digits. Here's Hill. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Here's George, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Pass to Hill. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on this.
Yes, I'm here with Paul George. And Paul, a strong defensive effort for your team, and it seems like this is a major part of this team's identity.
I mean, we take pride in our defense.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For the Heat, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. All right, guys, topic of the day. There was a stat that came out that was really interesting. Until last season, every NBA Finals in the last 15 years included either Duncan, Kobe, or Wade. Kenny, do you think Wade's impact on the NBA has gone underrated?
I think it has. I would say that I can't name 3 two guards in the history of the game.
They call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Heat trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Miami. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
Well, in this league, the road is always tough on a team, Kevin. And anytime you get a chance to get home, you feel confident that you can stop any bleeding. And that's what this team is looking to do. Being at home, some home cooking, maybe they'll get things turned around.
And hopefully their fans embrace them and have some patience rather than getting on their case if things continue to go poorly. More than any other time, this is when they need that crowd behind them.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Freak in a 2-guard. Paul Millsap out there with Muscala. Then there's Teague, and it's Posey in at the 3 spot. Now Dang. Following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Dragic against Teague. And he gets it to go. Dragic has got 5 now.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
When I asked him what some of his main concerns are today, and he said they're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the perimeter, and therefore it's essential that they not give up too many open looks from out there, or it could spell trouble all game long, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Dragic. 9 points last game out. Kicks to Whiteside. Here's Wade. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the Heat pick up 2. And here we go. Dang, heading to the hoop. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Down low. Again, Dwayne Wade. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
The Hawks trail by 10. Teague kicks to Muscala. Freak with it. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul. So for the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It has to pay. We call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Here's Dragic after the basket by Atlanta. Whiteside kicks to Wade. That's good. Wade's got 6.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's Posey. Now here's Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. He has 5.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Whiteside dishes to Wade. Whiteside a screen. Wade passes to Whiteside. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a wide open look for Freak. Off target from 3-point range. Rob. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. There's a screen. Off the pick. No good. Wade with the defensive effort. Miami leading by 8. Good ball movement here by Miami. Six to shoot. Great D that time from Freak.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. T kicks to Freak. The 11-footer. And it's Wade with the rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Dang. That's 7 points for Goran Dragic.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Millsap a screen on Wade. Jumper off the screen. That drops.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Heat lead by 11. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player. The fulfillment. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. Different look for Miami. Whiteside comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Udrih. Atlanta also making some changes here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And Freak subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. They've got Winslow. Whiteside is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Dellavedova in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now Whiteside. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And it's Stoudemire missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He finished with 27 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. This game is just the latest performance in what has been a hot streak for him. Will he bring the fire tonight, guys?
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Inside, here's Muscala. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Dang comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Dragic in for Matthew Dellavedova. Wade dishes to Whiteside. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
And I really think that's what did them in. I mean, sometimes it's just not there for you on the perimeter, and you can't try to shoot yourself out of a bad shooting night from outside.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Freak. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 8 points for Freak.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Wade, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Paul Millsap is checked in for Kent Bazemore. The Heat have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And here's Dragic. He's got 10. Lets it go from 11, and he overshot that one, missing. And we finished one half of basketball. Heat out front, leading by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously...
Second half just about to get going here. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Paul Millsap out there with Muscala. Then there's Teague, and it's Posey in at the 3 slot. Here's Bosch. Softly drops in the floater. Bosch has got the first points of the second half here for the Heat. The Hawks trail by 10. Freak sets a screen for Teague. To the wing right side. Here's the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Wade passes to Bosch. Second shot opportunity. Wade gets the bucket.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Well, the players you see on this list know a little bit about putting points on the board. They're the shooting guards averaging the most points over the last 10 games. Freak, number 1. And, of course, Dwayne Wade.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
Yeah, you don't have to take a long look at their point totals to see that this is the premier group of scorers at the premier scoring position in the NBA. Shooting guards can flat out bring it.
The shot, no good. Dragic with some nice D. The Heat leading by 12. Right side Bosch. Back to Dragic. Fires the 3. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. The Hawks trail by 12. It's stolen by Dang. In transition, here comes Miami. Dang with the ball. Dragic against Teague. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Here we go, one-on-one. Looking to get back on track here. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. He's got 8 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
A different look for Miami. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Udrih comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Goran Dragic. Bosh. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. Bosh has got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Korver kicks to Freak. Just 5 on the clock. Millsap sets the pick for Freak, and it's sent back by Bosh. Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Dellavedova. He's guarded by Schroeder, and it's Dellavedova missing. The Hawks trail by 12. There's Freak. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Freak's got 13 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update. Different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bosh. Wade comes in for Beno Udrih. And it's Dragic in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Posey's checked in. Ken Bazemore comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Freak's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Can't connect. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Heat lead by 16. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Heat leading by 16. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Staying out there with Winslow. And it's Whiteside in at the center position.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Dragic kicks to Dang. Dang with the screen for Wade. Back to Dang. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Dang. Impressive shot there, making it on the move.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Now here's Winslow. Tight defense on him. Misses off the right iron.
That's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good crisp passes.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Teague.
And this guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Whiteside with it. He feeds it to Winslow. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing, and he gets it to go. Winslow's got 7 points for the quarter. The Hawks trail by 21. Schroeder kicks to Freak. Millsap a screen. Freak dishes to Millsap. Pass to Freak. Back to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Takes the 13-footer. And the shot no good, a bit short.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Right side, Dragic. It's slammed in by Whiteside.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Schroeder. Now Freak. Muscala. The pass to Millsap. That's good.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the board are your Heat answers. Let them hear ya.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Hawks making a switch here. Posey's checked in. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebound, Atlanta. Millsap's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Freak. And again, it's Atlanta.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Miami leading by 19. And here's Dragic. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Dragic. For 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And digging themselves out of a 2-0 hole in this season series, very significant accomplishment. And they still have another game to play, which would give them a chance to ultimately go 2-2 if they win that last game against the Hawks.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Dragic. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Can't hit, so the Hawks will take it the other way. Breaking the 2 clocks. Here's Freak. That one wide left. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Here's Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous...
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. We are hustling.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic. He started the game with a great shooting touch, making his first 4 shots.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, with a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. A few moments here before we start the game, let's talk shooting guards. Kenny, some have said the talent at that position is the weakest it's been in some time. Which young shooting guards do you think are poised to fill that void?
Well, James Harden's already there. You know, we're talking about Kobe and D Wade's departure as the top guys, so to speak. Klay Thompson, versatile shooter, defender, two-way player, as you love to call him, Ernie.
You know what you named 2, Kenny? We're going to take it to 5. I'm going to give you 3 more. Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Tough as nails.
For you today as the Dallas Mavericks come in for this one. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Dallas Mavericks won the last matchup of the season against the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a thing of beauty, but when you can get a win in a game like that, that's really all you care about.
You know, you're exactly right. Sometimes those kinds of wins are more satisfying than blowouts.
Ready to go?
So Atlanta will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Johnson is out there with Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the 5. Home in the paint. Williams against T. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Johnson the screen. Parsons attacking. Passes to Pachulia, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Goes up again, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's Williams. Dallas again missing.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. He's perfect from the line this time. We're about 1 minute into the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Parsons attacking. He dishes it to Pachulia. The 15-footer, good.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
T kicks to Freak. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Freak's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Golden State.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Johnson attacking. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now here's Freak, covered by Parsons, and it's Freak missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good. Freak.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, I had the chills watching it. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Here's Freak after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. And it's Freak missing. Teague against Williams. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Nowitzki's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Freak with it. Johnson's there. And it's Freak missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside Williams. Dishes it to Johnson. It's deflected. Parsons against Teague. And a wide open look for Freak. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward. Boy, you got to love that assist by Darren Williams.
I don't want us taking shots with Hanson.
The Mavericks will go for a different look here. Foul, he's jacked in for
And get our shooters some looks. Tighten up.
the Hawks trailing. On the court for the Mavericks. Devin Harris is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Anderson. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Powell in at the center. And it's Freak missing. The Maverick shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Barea kicks to Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. Shooter passes to Freak. Uncovered. But they recover it. Muscala. It's good. This game is all even. Muscala's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Hawks. Left side Anderson. Harris outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Harris. He feeds it to Nowitzki. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. That's now 8 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat was a major factor. He ended with 22 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. This game might have acted as a coming out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Dallas, Pachulia, he's checked in for Powell. Johnson comes in for Devin Harris. And it's Williams in for J.J. Barea. Now here's Williams, looking for his first basket still in this one. Off target at the rim.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. Freak, number 1.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the league right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end. Just so hard for any defense to deal with.
Yeah, and what I like about him most is that he's just a scorer. He's going to give you buckets from any place, inside, outside, deep, driving to the lane. I mean, he puts it in the basket.
And the Hawks making a change here. Posey's checked in. Pass to Williams. They set the screen. Jumper off the screen. Shot's good. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills. We're seeing it right now.
That's good.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Now here's Williams. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Down low, Pachulia. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. The Hawks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Muscala dishes to Freak. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Outside Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got the game tied up here for Dallas. For the Hawks, Paul Millsap's checked in for Muscala, and it's Korver in for Freak. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. He's really made a statement at the defensive end.
Freak in at shooting guard. Muscala is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Teague, and it's Posey in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. They set the pick. Goes up off the pick, and Freak throws it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And he gets it to go. Pachulia's got 6 points. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. T kicks to Freak. Millsap a screen. Here's Freak off the pick. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Freak. Freak's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 4. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Williams can't hit. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Freak throws it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
5 to shoot. Williams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Jeff Teague. The Mavericks have shot 6 of 7 at the line, and he makes the first. Atlanta making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in, and both free throws good for Williams. The Hawks leading by 4. Teague, the pass to Freak. Out to the wing. The tray. Bazemore misses.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Here's Parsons. Good. Parsons got his second bucket of the night.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
T kicks to Freak. Can't hit. Excellent D there by Johnson. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Williams against T. Parsons on the wing. Shot clock at 6. For the tie, Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got the game tied up here for Dallas. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. T kicks to Freak. The pass to Bazemore. Millsap dishes to Freak. And the layup's good off the glass. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. We are very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Hawks, number 1.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lanes.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for T. The shot by Powell, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Barea. And here's Schroeder. Here's Freak. And it's good off the back rim and in. Freak's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Barea, the pass to Nowitzki. Fades away. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. And that's 13 points for Dirk Nowitzki. They set the pick. Schroeder kicks to Muscala. Now Now here's Freak. He's guarded close. Feeds to Muscala. The Mavericks pull it in.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
Harris kicks to Nowitzki. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Fades back, and he can't bank that one in. Out to the right wing. Takes the three, and yes, sir, that one drops. 23 points for Freak. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Harris outside. Misses off the right iron. Now Freak unloads. No good. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard. This is subbed in for Chandler Parsons. Mavericks trail by 11. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Harris. Nowitzki is out there with Powell. Then it's Williams. And it's Barea in at the point guard.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Hawks.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Plenty of space. The second effort, and it's good. Off through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Free throw good, Nowitzki.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. He's got 19 points and a steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him. And that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
T kicks to Millsap. To the wing on the left. Millsap sets the pick for Freak. And Teague has it in the corner. Clock at 6. And Muscala kicks to Freak. Off target from 3-point range. Mavericks trail by 5. Williams attacking. And there's the feed to Nowitzki. No good from 11 feet. For Atlanta, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Dallas has gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Millsap with the steal. Posey dishes to Freak, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
Hey, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Rejected by Millsap. Over to the wing. Baseline try. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Freak's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff T. And for Dallas, Parsons comes in for Devin Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson in for J.J. Barea. There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. Freak kicks to Millsap, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Millsap's got 6 here in this quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It's deflected. Here's Posey, covered by Parsons. Freak kicks to Posey, and stolen by Parsons. Rebound by the Hawks. Posey's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Hawks.
You're right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, Clark, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And, Greg, you know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
The dish to Nowitzki. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Pass to Freak. Millsap a screen on Johnson. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Johnson from 10 feet out, and it comes off the front of the rim. On the wing, Williams. Wide open. Here's Nowitzki. It's tipped. Here's Freak. Can't connect. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Tonight's
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
The thing that has to jump out at you is all of those points in the paint. He found every gap in the defense that he could, and he never stopped attacking the basket. If the D was expecting him to just hang out on the perimeter, they were wrong.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille